Ever wondered what happens when a jam-covered boy genius meets a mushroom disguise expert? Well, let me tell you about the peculiar case of Bartholomew Barty Butterfield and Penelope Penny Pinecone, two unlikely heroes who stumbled upon the strangest library heist in history. It all started when the grimoire of ghastly gastropods vanished from the town library, leaving behind nothing but a trail of sparkly snail slime. Now, most 12-year-olds would have called the police, but Barty, with his suspicious expertise in ancient runes and perpetually sticky fingers, knew this was no ordinary theft. And Penny, his 11-year-old best friend and master of disguise, couldn't resist a good mystery. The trail led them to Mrs. Periwinkle's laundromat, you know, the one that's suspiciously clean? Armed with his trusty magnifying glass and a jar of what he called emergency pickled onions, Barty discovered something extraordinary. A shimmering portal hidden behind the spin cycle of an ordinary washing machine. But getting there wasn't easy. They first had to outsmart Destructo, the world's most aggressive Roomba security guard. Penny, brilliant as ever, donned her signature mushroom disguise, and they slipped into what can only be described as the most bizarre dimension ever documented. Picture this: houses standing upside down, teacups having gossip sessions about their owners, and, I kid you not, flying squirrels performing interpretive dance routines that would put Broadway to shame. But the real surprise? The infamous book bandit turned out to be a tiny, grumpy goblin wearing a hand-knitted sweater and reading glasses. Here's the twist, though. The goblin wasn't the real villain. He was just a frustrated writer, borrowing children's books for inspiration. The true menace was the grimoire itself, which, when opened, released an army of polka-dotted slugs with rather questionable intentions. Thankfully, all those hours Barty spent studying arcane runes while eating jam sandwiches paid off. As the slugs advanced, leaving trails of glittery slime everywhere, Barty managed to translate an ancient incantation that would save the day. And let's just say, sometimes the best solutions involve emergency pickled onions and a particularly energetic interpretive dance number led by those artistic flying squirrels. Who knew that a boy covered in jam and a girl who could impersonate a mushroom would end up being exactly what the universe needed to prevent a gastropod apocalypse? Just goes to show, never judge a book by its cover, especially if that book happens to be the Grimoire of Ghastly Gastropods.